Sudan's military worked together to overthrow the country's longtime ruler, Omar al-Bashir, in April 2019. Their action followed popular protests that had lasted for months and ended the regime of the man who himself had toppled his predecessor, Sadiq al-Mahdi. This time around, a sovereign council was formed to run the country. It's committed to rule for a transitional period, leading to elections and a civil government. The Transitional Military Council was headed by a general from the regular army, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. His ally at the time, and also his rival, Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hemeti, became vice president, as well as commander of the Rapid Support Forces, a separate paramilitary group. And so, al-Burhan and Hemeti rose to positions of power in the country as leaders of two parallel armed groups, the army and the Rapid Support Forces. The RSF emerged from the so-called Janjaweed militia, which fought in the conflict in the Darfur region of Western Sudan in 2003. That was when Omar al-Bashir used the Janjaweed to help the army fight the rebellion. The militia was accused of committing widespread human rights violations. The International Criminal Court then issued 2 arrest warrants against al-Bashir, accusing him of committing war crimes in the region. In 2013, al-Bashir legitimized the Janjaweed forces. It became known as the Rapid Support Forces, or RSF. Its number of troops grew over time and were used as border guards. But in 2019, they participated in the popular protests that toppled al-Bashir. Throughout, regular army leadership has always expressed its concern regarding the growth of Hemeti's RSF. Plans to integrate the RSF into the ranks of the regular army fueled the differences and fed the rivalry between the two military leaders' men, and led to the delay of the signing of the final agreement for the transitional period. Al-Burhan wants to set a clear deadline for the integration, and a transition to a civilian rule would pave the way for elections. Hemeti, on the other hand, wants to restructure the army first, before merging his forces with it.
من وقفتكم دي وعرباتكم وجاهزيتكم ده الدعم السريع أخوان.
The struggle for influence has turned into full-blown armed conflict. Clashes broke out, with heavy weapons fire between the army and the Rapid Support Forces in the capital of Khartoum and other cities. Following the clashes, al-Burhan announced the dissolution of the RSF and described them as a rebellious group. At the same time, Hemeti pledged to continue the fighting.